famous, but I gotta run this back, man.
Shout out my sister Charity, man. Charity Raw. Charity Raw.
Then you signed to the label Gifted.
Yeah, gifted. Shout out to the homie JD. That's crazy. You got the crazy effects.
So as much as I love that song, I gotta get to this show because greatness does not wait too long. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of West Coast Wednesdays here on hype-radio.com. That song you were listening to, that's the show. That's Lil Mama. That's one of the hottest artists today coming out of Sacramento. That's Miss Charity. With her new, by the way, what y'all hearing, Charity, I'm sorry, but I had to play the song. The album ain't even dropped yet. I got the whole album.
You got the exclusive.
I got the exclusive. I was told
he
not
came to the studio and shook Knight me for the single.
Bruh, I was told don't play it, but I told you if you leave it in my hands, it was gonna get played.
That's fine.
But love you.
Love you.
That's what it is.
Appreciate you. Sure.
I always say that I always bring greatness to you, and tonight is no different than any other night. Tonight I have pure greatness in the house. I have a member of this city that we've been trying to put on for many, many moons, who has been servicing the greater Sacramento area, the Southern California area,
Okay.
New York, the Midwest, and quiet as kept, Mr. International here got sounds and songs and music busting records over the waters. Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
West Coast, Las Vegas, Texas, the ATL shot it, Detroit Boogie, shout out Two Fingers, Cape Town, Africa, next to Wakanda. Please don't think Wakanda's, please don't do that. But also, and bro, when we get open, we got to bust open the passports because we got to go to Brazil. Shout out Masao and Jenny D.
Yeah, I want to go to Brazil. I heard it's dangerous out there.
I'm actually a fool. Oh, I got that covered.
I know. I'm going with you.
I
You're gonna be my shadow.
Yeah, I got it covered. I got Prevails out there ready to ride it down for me
You're
right
gonna be
now.
my shadow if I go. Bodyguard.
But ladies and gentlemen, like every other night, but like no other night, I have one of the top producers in the game.
Hey, thank you.
That this man I done seen this man dig from under the mud to sitting on stars. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Q made the beat.
Yo, what's going
Look,
on, everybody?
look.
Shadow, what's good?
Hold on,
man?
we got
Thank
to
you, man. That was
really
a crazy
rock with this.
introduction.
Hold on, man. We got to
That was a crazy introduction. Thank
give it up. Give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Q made the beat.
you. Yo, what's going on, Sacramento? What's going on, everybody? Everybody who's tuned in right now.
Man,
Just
if
chilling
you're not
right
tuned
now
in,
with
you
brother
better hurry up and
Shadow.
get to it, cause
Hype
tonight
Radio.
we finna find out the real behind Mr. Q made the beat. Now, Mr. Q is shy. He's low key, stay in his own little shell. You know, the man is he. I got in trouble for saying a weirdo with Sinead. He is one of the true artists of his style, his lane, the man is just greatness
Oh, man.
sitting here.
Thank you, Shadow, bro. Appreciate that.
Bruh, it's gotta let the people
I
hear.
Appreciate you,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
I
Say it with your
appreciate
chest, bruh.
That's my brother, Shadow, man. Thank you, man. I
Man.
appreciate all the amazing words, bro. I received that, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
Right. So it's well deserved because I've seen you at your true best,
You see me at my lowest.
and I've seen you at the low. And for me to sit here and say that I've seen you from the beginning to the now continuing,
That's crazy.
It is an honor to sit here and be able to bask in your glow.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you
Now,
for having me, bro.
now we ain't gonna touch on the past because
Yeah, we
if
move
you don't-
forward.
if you know Q, you know his past. If you don't know Q, it's none of your damn business.
Yeah, man. Do your
So
research.
so now, let's go ahead and talk about this. We'll talk about from the presenting of the new studio party.
Okay, yeah. We updated now. Okay, we
Yeah.
moving to the future right
We-
now.
we done moved
thinking
to-
ahead of time right
You
now.
you done moved to the new spot.
Yeah.
You done got that mug. You know what? I just told you it was cursing on here, and I'm trying to be all clean. You got that motherfucker clean, bruh. Clean. When I walked up in there for the opening of the studio,
Yeah.
when you told me it was upscale, I got suited and booted. And when
Yeah,
I
thank
got
you.
in
I
there,
appreciate that.
I felt like I was underdressed.
You know what? I was flipping the script because you used to be one in front of the club telling people you
Man.
dress in the wrong attire here. You can't get in with that on. Now I had to
And-
flip the script. You
Yeah,
gotta-
man. We
you
got to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, grow up.
You got to get your grown man, grown woman on every now and then.
Yeah.
Just cause you was that fool that spent $500 on some J's, that don't make it upscale.
Right. The food was amazing. Thank you for everybody who came out that
Oh,
night. We had a blast.
The
You
food.
missed out.
Oh
I gave
my
out 3 pounds
God.
of weed, and I'm not even a drug dealer.
Bruh,
Like, you got blessed.
I didn't even care
Shout
about
out
the weed.
cookies.
Who cooked that great buffet that was sitting on that table singing when I walked up in there?
Bro, I can't even lie. That was my mom, man. Everybody loves my mom's food. Like, I always brag about my mom's food or any food that I feel is great and I recommend. But my mom makes amazing food, and everybody favors my mom's food over their own mom's food. So
See, now-
that says a whole lot.
I'm from the dirty South. I'm originally from Georgia, as we say back home, from Georgia.
Mhm.
And we always tell people if you like the cooking, somebody put their foot in this cooking.
Yeah.
Your mom put a foot, an ankle, a shin bone, and part of her damn thigh in that food
Yeah,
that
you
night.
know,
bro.
I be missing her cooking, so I
Oh.
gotta touch bases.
So
you know, every once in a
right
while.
now. It ain't about loving mom's cooking. It's about I love mom, bruh. Like,
Thank you. Yeah,
and
man.
moms was walking around with rappers and singers and the under
I had them
gangsters.
a little
and-
out of the element, but my parents,
Oh, they were
they grew with the
G's.
times. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up very traditional. I used to get my ass whooped all the time.
Oh.
And
That's
it
what
would-
makes you
It
great.
was almost even like, I don't want to say my parents was racist, but we grew up in the hood, and we were they were very overprotective of us. Their kids. We had 6 kids, 7 kids in the house. You know what I'm saying? I got
Now,
a
see,
lot of brothers and sisters.
I didn't know it was 6 of y'all.
Yeah, so it's a big family, you know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't that great of a neighborhood, so they always want to keep us sheltered, you know what I'm saying? And if we didn't abide by the rules and
You got
things
that
like
ass
that, got
whooped.
that ass whooped. Traditional
But
ass
see, that's what's needed today. It's what's needed yesterday. We got these motherfuckers who acting up and wilding out because someday in the past their teacher told them, well, if your parents hit you, you can call CPS.
I know, it's crazy.
I wish I would have.
Man, back then, I was afraid to call the police.
But see, I know CPS workers.
Yeah, but
and
I
they
didn't-
beat their kids.
Back then, we were so uneducated. There was no CPS back then to help you.
You didn't
know?
hear me. I know people who work for CPS
Yeah.
and they whoop their kids.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't hear that part.
That's I'm not being funny. That's real because
Wow.
they understand. It's a difference between beating your child the fuck up and punishing your child. There is a difference. I grew up in the era and from the South. You got whooped. If you did something in front of Mrs. Jones' house, you had to go home and apologize. You had to get your ass whooped. You had to go back to Mrs. Jones and apologize because Mrs. Jones could have whooped you.
Yeah.
And don't let it be late in the evening because when you get home, Dad is home.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
another whooping.
Yeah, that's a different whooping right
That's-
there.
that's-
When mom's
that-
whoop you is a little different. It
Mom's
wasn't like
is-
a little
yeah.
tree branch or a little belt. It wasn't too hard.
Switch.
So, yeah, I would be on the butt. But when
Yeah.
Pops hit you, he hit you in the face.
Because Pops was
you really had.
Cause see, back in
had
them
to run.
days, Dad was raising a man.
Yeah.
It wasn't this punk ass
different.
shit
It was
where you
very
play
different.
sports and everybody get a trophy.
Yeah, it was different for sure.
I don't even understand that concept.
Yeah,
Because you played, you get a first place trophy,
right.
and your team came in last. the fuck is wrong? That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are, Q. You got the new studio.
Yeah.
Now, you have always had studios. I've seen you come from the mud up, from
I've
the
always
living
had
room
studios,
to
living room,
godlike.
closets, my mom's basement.
Yeah, bro, like you really
Apartment,
did
studio
that.
apartments. I moved out here, following the chick, and then, things went sour, and I was kind of stranded. I can't even lie.
Hey,
So
bro,
I was staying, I was
it happens.
staying at my studio, and I was trying to, get my life back in order, man. And I was, at the time still struggling, but I was struggling even more. When you got a partner, things are a little
Right,
easier.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
You have a little shoulder to lean on.
Every
But
now and
as a
then.
man, you're supposed to be the shoulder for shorty to lean on. So things just didn't work out. But I found myself like in Sacramento. I already had like a clientele base, so they were the ones. Shout out to Sacramento. You guys know who you are. That came and spent with me and kept me alive and kept my lights on. I was able to pay my rent. And now I'm still here, man. I'm fighting for y'all, man. Fighting for the city, fighting for
And that's
us.
real, cause
Trying to bring the dope music and the dope vibes, studio vibes.
Sacramento's a hard city, man.
It is, bro. And driving to the studio every day, I drive through the hood every day in my new car, and it just shows me, that I appreciate where I came from. Not that I was ever homeless, like homeless, because I always had homies that always looked out for me. They let me sleep on the couch for months, not sleep in the master bedroom, eat all the cereal type of homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't really have much. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man coming from a traditional family, I ran away from my house when I was like 16 and never came back. So I went out on my own. So I sacrificed that pride. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going back home
Right.
as a failure. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I never
Right.
even when I was doing bad, I never showed my parents that I was doing bad.
Right.
Although I knew they could help me out, but it just like a not an ego thing, but like a pride thing. Like being the oldest boy, you know what I'm saying, in the
Mhm.
family.
Right,
I had
right.
two older sisters, but I was the oldest boy, and I got the traditional ass whooping and just like rough, But my dad was always there for me, but Pops was dibbling dabbling, so he wasn't all the way in the right mind frame.
Okay.
So years later we find that out. So it made me connect the dots a little bit. It made me forgive him a lot more because he wasn't. When people are on drugs, they mentally not sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and it was rough. We was on food stamps. So I know Pops was grinding, doing the gardening thing with my mom every day.
Okay,
So
okay.
that could be very treacherous
Yeah.
and very like wear and tearing on
Very
your
heavy
body.
on you.
And they got 6 kids at the crib. Like we eating up everything. We hide stuff, stash box. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like cockroaches in the crib. Like we had mouses that would crawl in the bottom. They would eat the little hole on the bottom of the cereal box, and they would shit everywhere. You would see like little pebbles everywhere, and that's when you knew the mouse kind of got to the cereal. So
Right.
we had to kind of
Had to figure it out.
figure it out. Yeah, but man, I'm happy we're here, man, and it's been a long journey, and I feel like music, doing what we do as entertainers in the entertainment business
Right.
is you got to keep your relevance, and you got to find new ways to stay attached to the city
Right.
that where you come from. I feel like it's important to be engaged with the people that you work with, not just financially, but it's like the effort, the integrity behind what your services, what I'm
Right,
saying, whatever
right.
you're trying to do, you just got to go hard at it, what I'm saying,
Right.
and that's what I'll continue to do, what I'm
Now,
saying, like
now with the new studio,
yeah.
because you had to grind and hustle to get to the new studio.
Yeah, man. Every studio has been a struggle. Like not a struggle. It's always sweet in the beginning. Like every relationship is sweet, and then you get to figure out the owner and how stuff is working
Mhm.
and things. The inner.
Now this is the biggest studio you've had so thus far, right?
I would say.
Or was the last one bigger?
I would say the last one was like taller, but this one is more square footage, like
Okay.
wide. It's like not as 2-story, but like a flat, but like more room. Like,
Right,
you know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
So I kind of traded it off a little bit, and I
Yeah,
felt
but
like
it's
it was
still
a good.
luxurious in there.
Thank you, man. I've been around. I've seen quite a few beautiful things in my life, and I like to keep that memory with me and that energy. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
now when you chose to upgrade, because this is the definite upgrade. I've seen the last one. I've seen this one. This is an upgrade. Does it hit different because? I mean, I'm sure you've walked into studios that were nice, but
Yeah.
to basically build your studio
Yeah.
Like, does it hit different? Because
It
this
does.
is a lot of people who don't know.
Yeah.
Q built this motherfucking studio.
Yeah, I mean, with the help of some friends.
He had
but
the
you know,
plugs, but
obviously, you know, I'm the brains
Q-
behind
Q
the
picked
whole
up a
thing.
hammer.
The financial, you know, support is behind the whole thing, and yeah, it's my vision, and you know, but I have a great group of people around me, and my support is crazy. Anytime anything's went south, I've always had people on the front line for me, like, Q, what's going on? Like, you need help with this, or you need me to go run in their house. It's nah,
Yeah,
I got them
gotta
type
do
of
what you gotta
homies.
do.
Like, yeah, so they always, my homies always show love, and my family, my support system. That's very important as individuals, as people, though, having a support system, though,
Mhm.
and people telling you, you got this. That's very important. And a lot of us don't got that, unfortunately.
Now, a lot of us don't have it here in the city.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get a lot more support out of bounds than you do in the city, or?
Honestly, I feel like I get more support in the city. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because, I feel like when you're outside of the city, it depends how you look at it. When I go out the city, I know people from different cities, and they give me the same amount of love that I get from home, but it ain't like at a mass, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
It ain't
right.
like a bunch of people in different cities, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm an artist or a rapper, and I got fans.
You make artists and make rappers.
Yeah, I don't want to say I make them, but I
Fuck
make them
that.
sound better, for sure.
Yeah,
I do,
because
for
I
sure.
didn't seen you in the session. For those who have been in studios and worked with some producers, when you come to Q's studio, you got to be on point, because Q will be quick to go, okay, that's not it.
Yeah, and
Try it this way. Okay, try it again. Try it again. No, try it this way. You take control of your sessions, of their sessions, to make them better.
yeah, sometimes they don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I gotta kind of not trick them, but I gotta kind of earn their trust, and show them a few things before they buy the car.
Right now,
You know what I'm saying?
you're saying you got to earn their trust. So, is your clientele? Is it they put in a phone call? Somebody called you, got a quote, or what it is, or is
Honestly,
this are
believe
these
it or-
like artists that you've worked relationships with, and like they refer somebody to you? So
I get
it's
a lot of
almost like
referrals for sure, but I do get like maybe like 75% of my business on Instagram. It's kind
That
of
figures.
my shorty be thinking that I be on using Instagram to do other things, have ulterior motives, and I don't post her, so she feels a certain type of way.
Somebody said favorite line, just sing it better.
Sing it better for sure. No,
But
but yeah, Instagram is like very, very big. I'm very big on Instagram now, more so because it helps my business a lot, and it helps me, reach more people, I guess, in different cities. And I get work, like, they don't have to physically be in the studio, me recording them. Like, I get a lot of work, like, as far as mixing and mastering and
Okay.
things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now,
Yeah, so
you've worked with some major artists. We ain't got to name a list.
Yeah.
But I done seen a Plaque come into the studio. I done seen a couple cats that was on top of the game singing your music. From LA, YGN, and all them. But
yeah.
you have touched, as I was saying in your intro, international waters.
Yeah, honestly, when I work with people, I just do the work. Sometimes I'm not informed that we got this going on. We have a rollout like this, and it's gonna be this big, or I don't even know the inner rollout. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking, I gotta make this song and make this artist sound as good as I could. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And the rest will play its part, because it's out of my hands after that.
Right.
So,
Right. So, did you? Because see, this is something I didn't know. Have you like gone to school to learn this, or is this kind of like, I got the equipment, I need to figure out how to make this shit work?
Me, if some people just don't know me, like the old me, like as a kid. I grew up like breakdancing, professional breakdancer.
Okay,
I was
okay.
spinning on my head, taking off my shoes. Like, you see all this right here, I can relate to every figure.
Oh yeah,
You know
let
what
me
I'm
see
saying?
hip hop, right?
Yes, and I was getting my ass whooped for messing with my dad's radio, his karaoke machine. You know, we grew up singing. We used to sing live. My uncles played guitar live, and you know, they would gamble. My dad and his friends. My mom would cook.
God bless her.
They would drink Budweiser. You know, we was at the volleyball park. We was at the park. My dad would play volleyball, and with him and his friends would be out there selling soda out the cooler.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Young hustler.
Yeah, you straight young hustler. But I love volleyball. I love sports in general. For those who know me, I play like every sport.
Yeah, cute and okay, let's go ahead and get to that. We're gonna come back to this to the last question.
Yeah.
But bruh, I didn't know you balled out of control like that.
I mean, I really love sports. I used to play soccer in the hood in
No.
West Pittsburgh.
I didn't see you ball with a Lakers jersey on a B squad, bruh. Like let's go ahead. We all did athletic things. I played soccer for 7 years. I balled and everything.
Yeah.
But I looked online one day and saw you balling with Lakers jerseys and Laker players.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was blessed to be, you know, one of my homies, you know, shout out to Ron Artest. Everybody knows that Ron is one of my homies. And, you know, I met him in Vegas, but I lived in Sacramento. And he still played for the Kings, but, you know, a lot of the homies that I was around at the time said that they were doing music with Ron, so I always, like, admired that situation.
Shout out True Warrior.
Yeah, so I would be like, damn, that's dope. The homies fucking with Ron or whatnot. You know, I'm like, maybe one day I'll meet him. You know, but it was just a afterthought that just kind of faded away. But I seen him in Vegas one day at the Palms with my brother Cosmo, and I gave him a beat CD with my music on it. It was at a music conference, I remember, and he hit me up months later on MySpace, and then he DM'd me from like you know a low key profile where it was like a couple hundred followers, and he had like pictures of his kids on there, and I was like, this looked like one of the bootleg pages. You know what I mean? I can't lie. And then I hit it back anyways because he gave me a number. I hit it back, and he said that there's a beat on the CD that's dope as hell, and I want to buy it for you, basically. You know, he linked me with this lady named Heidi, his publicist, still to this day, his publicist. But shout out to Heidi, man. I love that woman. She's like an amazing person. Like, you know, not only does she does a lot for Ron, she like, middleman assisted me on the whole part of the way.
Okay.
Like, the whole journey messing with Ron, like, you know, with the music journey with Ron and everything. That's Heidi was like behind on booking my flights. You know.
Well, Heidi was the person.
The person, yeah, but that wasn't her job. She just went the extra
She
mile.
just did that shit.
Yeah, for real.
That's what's
So,
up.
Yeah, that was that. You know, shout out to Ron. You know, I love Ron. He's my
Now,
brother.
is Ron still doing music here and there, or is he completely
Ron?
out of it? Because
Ron's-
Ron scares me. Like, first of all, when he became Meta World Peace, I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I was there when he like, we was at like a big table like this in a conference meeting with the team, and I think he came back from like Canada or like China or something for like a summer. He was playing overseas too. So but we would have these meetings. You know, we were at one of his condos, and we always had meetings downstairs with the team, and he came in and said, I'm changing my name to Meta World Peace. Da 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 da. I'm like, what? I was like, you know, I didn't know what it. I thought it was crazy at first, but you know, now I understand what it means and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's amazing. He keeps reinventing himself, and you know, he's always passionate with what he does. He loves
Yeah.
music, so he never gonna
Definitely.
stop.
Definitely.
Like Ron will record when he's 80 years old. But you know, Ron don't really do music to impress people. He just do it just because it's like playing basketball, shooting a ball, getting the ball through that net. Music is the same thing.
Okay.
You know, that release of, you know what I'm saying, like going to the gym. Like you don't go for a couple of days, it's gonna irritate you. You know?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right,
so,
definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, Ron is music, man. He's passionate, man. Passionate for real, and he stays busy. Off the court.
Now, we'll call the studio your court.
Yes. My home.
Because off the court, you stay busy. You got a queen, you got 2 princesses.
Yeah.
You trying to advertise for the whole to keep the kingdom running.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever find time for yourself where you could just relax and sit still?
Man, recently I just started going to the gym. I've always been inconsistent at the
I
gym.
call the gym my therapy, boy.
Yeah, and you know, I realized that it helps me, you know, it helps me find myself a little bit, work on myself
Right.
mentally and just like physically, of course. But you know, it helps me relax, you know, because I have a lot of anxiety.
Okay.
You know, I think that's why I smoke weed till this day. Like, yeah, I've been smoking weed since I was 9 years old. We started smoking out of a Budweiser can. My boy Alonzo and Alex in the hood. His dad was
Gotta
a
start where
gardener.
you start.
He had a big pack and save, you know, brown paper bag, you know, like DJ Khaled. We had the
Right.
big one. You know, how they used to double package it so the milk wouldn't, you know, fall through the
Right,
bag.
right.
But he had a bunch of like Bammer weed in there. But we used to pick out that bag every day, and it kind of like dwindled down. So we got in trouble because
Got that ass
they
whooped.
figured out that we was smoking
Got
the-
that ass
the weed.
whooped.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
with music the way it is now, wait, let's go ahead because you know, may it rest in peace, PNB Rock.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
think
sad.
about now? Because now everybody's saying that these artists are taking these chances, wearing all this jewelry and going places and doing things like that. What is your take on that? Because I mean, you've seen artists that shine and wear all the diamonds and the jewelry and the money and be all on
Yeah.
the film and all that.
You know, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's part of hip hop, dude.
It is.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
definitely is.
And you know, even me, I'm not even a rapper, but it's still a risk for me. I can't even lie. I gotten robbed before. I think everybody gets robbed at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gotten robbed. You know what I'm saying? But it made me smarter and wiser on where I would choose to wear my stuff at. How
Right.
late and I'm in my, you know, you got to be aware of your surroundings. It made me a lot wiser. I know I'm very like, you know, but it made me paranoid too. Like at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll be at the crib with the thing, you know, like alarm, everything.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mandatory.
cameras around my house. Everywhere I'm at, I got cameras around my house. Like I used to live in Hayward, you know, in the Bay,
Mhm.
and you know, off by Tennyson. That's
Right,
straight
right,
in the
right,
hood.
right.
You know, Kafani used to live right next to me, and I used to drive right by the trap spot. He used to have the Bentleys and the Navigators up on the lawn. It ain't had no green grass. It was just a bunch of weeds with dog shit on there. You know what I'm saying? But we was in the hood. But
The
I used to
trap
drive
spot.
by. I used to see Kafani, but that's where I used to have my studio at my crib.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
and it was a little bigger crib, you know, but I had the cameras around. But you know, that's when I started getting a sense of having a bigger space, and I started getting more creative with my studios and booths and stuff like that.
Now, we know you followed somebody here to SAC, but suppose if you stayed in the Bay, do you think you would be more active?
I would be active, yeah, cause I was pretty active when I was in the Bay, and I was like, you know, I was really doing music. I was trying at least, you know what I'm saying? Like my big homie Rolly, shout out to Rolly, like he bought us our first 4-track recorder in Frisco. Like, you know, I was trapping. I wasn't trapping, but you know, we was thugging it out. The Tenderloins in San Francisco. My big bro used to have a studio apartment up there,
Okay.
and I used to. That when I ran away from home, I used to go stay with him. So that's what made me, you know, catch a BART every day from the East Bay, and I get off on Geary, you know, in Frisco, and you know I stay with him in the Tenderloins, and we just dug it out there. He bought us our first 4-track recorder, and I started recording on that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was already recording like on my dad's cassette deck, you know, with the karaoke stuff. But this is the first time I ever like actually touched like faders on an
Okay.
actual mixing board, and
Okay.
seeing that like aroused me, like made me excited. Like I could actually control the
You
volume,
actually put
have
it
more.
together, okay.
Yeah, so that's when it was like a hustle and flow. Like I really had A crates on my wall, and I had the mic hanging by like a nail from the ceiling of my mom's basement, and I had a sock as the mic filter. Because back then we didn't know what
You
a
didn't know what all that was.
yeah, we weren't like only if we had known that that's how they record this and that and the third. I would have saved my money instead of buying that Super Nintendo. I would have bought that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like
get
like
it.
you know what I mean? But man, we was so broke back then. I was stealing food stamps from my mom, bro. I can't even lie, bro. You know, I got my ass whooped a couple times getting blamed for money I didn't steal. I can't lie. We was
Hey,
broke.
man, it happens.
Yeah, no, but yeah.
But now we here now.
Yeah, but you know.
But you never ever forget your journey to get to where you at.
Yeah, made me appreciate things in a different way for sure, man.
That's what's up.
And the jewelry thing, I I didn't want to, you know.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I got robbed before, and you know, just be careful out there. Just be mindful who you're wearing your jewelry around. It could be your close homie, like you know, that could be envious of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, also have it insured. Be smart. Like I have my shit
That
insured.
part.
You know what I'm saying? But it still make me be mindful where I wear my shit at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, it definitely put you on your toes.
I done got robbed twice.
What?
Yes. At one, when I was 16, I was on BART. I was lacking. Like, dude was playing nice guy on the BART with me. But he didn't get my chain though. He tried to snatch it. But
Mhm.
he couldn't snatch it because by the door, he tried to snatch it and run out as the door was closing on BART.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like, I was a little dude, you know what I'm saying? I was 4'6", you know what I'm saying? I was still like thugging it, wearing Jabot jeans and white tee, big bandanas and shit.
Okay.
No, like for real, like you know, we grew up the Cash Money era. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Back then, it was cool to have like big chains and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So we had the fake Rolexes on. You know, we would, like we used to go hit up Foothill Square and Durant Square, like.
Boy, you telling the real shit.
Yeah, like I got real homies like be in the hood, like Sobrani Park and like Brookfield, like my homies, man, trap spots all over the place. Bancroft, 64th and Bancroft and East Oakland, 90th and Plymouth, Booker's. We used to go there and get Phillies every morning, and it was like $2 for $1, I think it was at the time. But yeah, we was smoking Garcia Vegas, Black Philly Titans, putting two together when the Billy Jizz was real popular. Some people was putting like Chewies, like Andre Nicotina had that big song, Smoke Chewies
Right,
like a
right,
motherfucker,
right,
like
right.
all the white people.
Every last one.
Yeah, but I never did anything besides smoke weed.
Okay,
You
okay.
know what I'm saying? Maybe a little nitrous with my white homies, but that was probably about it. But after I had the, you know, that shit be making me feel delusional and shit. I don't like that feeling. Like, yeah, I'm cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but have your jewelry insured. You know what I'm saying? Don't just wear it anywhere. When you with your family, dumb it down. It's okay to be a father. You don't have to wear your jewelry everywhere. You know, especially, I don't feel like I gotta wear it as much anymore. I have a lot of jewelry, but it's in the safe. And I'll probably keep a couple small pieces out because I'll be with my family, my kids
Right.
most of the time now. So when I be out, I'll be with them. So I don't like wearing hella shit when I'm with
Right,
them because
right.
I put them at risk because it's not about me no more.
It definitely is not.
Like, you know, I want to really get rid of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking of them. I don't want to put money in their college stuff or whatever they was pursuing in the
Mhm.
near future or whatever. If I, you know, somehow I'm not here no more, you know,
I get it.
I'll leave it for them.
I get it.
So
I get
that's
it.
my priority. It's different.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you still rocking the studio. So
Yeah.
with your clientele that you come in are allowed to come in now, because you don't just let anybody come into your studio.
Yeah, I never really advertised my studio. I never really put my address out there like that. Not because I'm scared, because I figured out that in Sacramento it's really hard to like do music stuff because there's a lot of politics, you know, and I try to be mindful of that. So, you know, we have like a policy like ain't no live stuff in the no pictures until
Okay.
we leave, you know,
Right, right.
after type of stuff like post later type of thing, you know. So, you know, I feel comfortable doing it like that. I don't book rappers after rappers. I book like singers after a rapper, or you know, put them
Smart
different times
with
of the
it.
day. Yeah, smart with it. Yeah, so yeah, you know, I like it that way. It's always like word of mouth. I don't really, and I charge a lot, so not everybody wants to pay that, but whoever inquires, they most likely book with me because they know that, you know,
The quality.
The quality. I mean, they don't. I mean, when they hit me, they've heard something, or somebody showed them something, or the studio, or you know, whatever it may be, you know. But you know, we still here rocking, man. We in Sacramento, and yes, I've walked into amazing studios, and I'm just like, wow, a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
used to go to Guitar Center and be there hours on end making beats with my floppy disk so I can save my shit, you know, on there after I got done messing around type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You in Guitar City making beats.
Yes, bro. Like I'll be there admiring, like fondling the keyboards, like just wanting it so bad.
Okay.
Yes, bro. And you know, I caught a sale, an Easter sale, and that's when I bought my first keyboard. Like,
Now,
yeah.
the way you have the studio now,
Yeah.
do you have everything you want now?
It's getting close. I mean,
Getting
I've
close.
always want more. You know, it's like having a Benz, but I want like the Bentley or the Maserati before the Bentley. There's like levels to different. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I Maserati of a studio right now.
Because right now you kind of remodeling, upgrading.
I'm always doing that. That's just me. I'm a creative person. Like, if you don't know me, like I'm a real artist. Like I design, I can draw realism. Like I can draw people.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't know that.
I got a scholarship to the Art Academy of San Francisco.
What?
For drawing. Yes.
I said I
But
didn't know
look,
that.
I didn't take it. I didn't go with it because I went and toured the campus and everything, bro. They only gave me like half of the amount that I would need it.
Nah.
So I was
We
like,
need
man,
all that.
I ain't in for that student loan type stuff.
Oh
So
my
I already
God,
knew
man.
what I wanted to do. My dad told me, you do too many things. You play hella different sports. You draw, you sing. Cause I was a singer. I used to sing. I used to sing choir and shit.
We getting it all today.
You know, like I don't tell people a lot about me because I don't feel like they deserve to know. I'm just wasting my energy on them, because I don't
Okay.
think they care enough to care.
Well, I feel special then, damn it.
Yeah, you my brother, so I'm selling. I gotta tell you a little bit of insight about me, a little more in depth. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
Like
Keep singing in choir.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to know the journey because they see everything now, and they just see that.
Right.
They don't see the sleeping on the couches and thugging it in the heat with no
Man.
AC and the building and the money part. Now it's just like a whole different layers of stuff that you have to go through to even do it like this.
Right.
It's like
right.
levels. Like,
For
like
real.
I can be cheap and do it like to this degree, but like I already been there and did that.
You
know what I'm saying?
graduated. You gotta
Graduated,
elevate.
Yeah. Sometimes now I just pay for it just to save my time.
Gotta
Look, I'll
elevate
build
the
it.
game.
I'll build it if I got time, though. Believe me.
Well, you definitely doing that because I haven't seen what you going to elevate in the studio, but I'm definitely gonna slide through and see it when it's done.
Yeah, man. Honestly, in the studio, it's like a canvas. We made it all white because we wanted fresh, but really, it's like a canvas. I'm always picking at it.
And you got
always doing something
two
different.
studios now, right?
I got two studios. Studio B is my boy, Mr. Trax. He's actually over there asleep.
Trax is
My
real
boy,
comfortable
Mr.
on that
Trax,
couch.
he's my bro. He been thugging it since way back since Godlike. He had his own studio,
Okay.
making his beats. He Filipino. I'm Vietnamese, and we a bunch of around brothers. You know what I'm saying? And my Mexican homies, and we just thugging it. You know what I'm saying? And we pursuing our dreams, bro. Really, ultimately, and not giving up on it. That's the bottom line. Not giving up. Like I seen a lot of people start shit, but they don't finish it. You know what I'm saying? And me, I can't bother. I won't stop. Gotta be
Ain't
relentless.
nothing wrong with that.
Gotta be relentless, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, bro.
Now, even though you are selective, even though you spend time with the family, which is so important,
Yeah.
you
But
don't have
before
any
I didn't spend no time with them.
Yeah, they used to get you cussed out.
Yeah. Before I was just music. Before I had my kids, I was just like, because I did music every day. I'm talking about
Every
12,
day.
12 hours a day. And I won't even leave the studio. I had like my assistants and my interns getting
I
me
remember.
food, things like that. And things change, people grow up. Sometimes, we grow out of our situations that we're in. It could be a blessing, it could be a curse, but, we got to move forward, right?
Right.
So I just try to be positive about everything, man. And just I'm blessed, and I just don't want to, not appreciate what I have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. So, who was your? I won't say one. Let's say three. Three artists.
yeah.
Who is your favorite to work with? You know what? Don't even do that because that's gonna get you in trouble. What do you like better? Do you like working with hip hop artists or R&B artists?
Oh shit! Oh my god! I mean, honestly, I like them both for different
Okay,
reasons.
okay.
I like the rap stuff because it's easier to record. It's, you know what I'm saying? And the brothers, they most of the time they want to move on to the next song, so we'll do about like 4 songs in one session.
Okay.
But the singers, I love the singing part because I used to be a singer. I used to want to be a rapper, but I used to write my raps and sing my own hooks and stuff like that. But it didn't really translate to me. I didn't like my voice.
Okay.
Once I went through puberty, like it changed my voice. I lost my voice. I used to hit like high notes and things like that.
We all been there.
Yeah, but I
see
used to
all
have
the choirs when
I used to
was
have like a
kid.
Michael Jackson voice. I used
What?
to hit falsetto and all kinds of. I used to perform and I used to get paid. I used to perform at every like you know, you was like, you ever had a popular cousin that they did something really well that
Yeah.
that they want them to do that at every family function?
Oh, God, yeah.
I was one of them kids. So you know, all of our cousins, we had karaoke machines. So everywhere we went, there was always singing, and whether it was live with the drums, the whole setup, for real. And they'll always call me. I'll be in there playing with my cousin. Yeah, they want you to come out.
Come sing for the family.
Yes. And then, you know, I always wear a hat. You know, you guys always see me with a hat. I got scars on my head, but, you know, that's why I always wear a hat. But my hat back then, it used to be my money. My uncles used to take off my hat and pass it around. I had like $100 by the end
Say
of done
less.
singing.
Better
Yeah,
get your
so
ass up and
that's like
sing.
enticed me to sing more.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, that was a memorable moment for me. But
Now you've seen hip hop and R&B make changes, so you saying kind of like Cash Money era. So you was the bling bling, and you used to record the guys who was dealing the dope and trying to get all the women and do all that shit, to the times where now they're doing the dope
Mhm.
and wearing pants just as tight as women. But
I
this,
try not to fall victim to that.
God, please don't.
I got shorts
All,
already.
all these dudes wearing pants so damn tight, look like they would get yeast infections. Stop wearing your little sister's pants, bro. Let that shit go. But now, this drill music kind of era that's going on right now,
Yeah.
like, what was the funnest era for you to work in?
Honestly, I felt like the era that, honestly, the funnest era, I didn't get to anticipate because I was too young. Because
Okay.
my favorite artist ever on earth is Tupac.
Of course.
I was real young at the time, but you know, we were 16, 17, 15,
Right.
listening to Tupac. You know, at this time, we was into Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't really know Magic and Kareem because that was a little before our days. You know what I'm saying? That's the 70s, right?
Right.
But yeah, man.
Now, I know you were
We
a
grew
Jordan
up-
fan because I didn't seen you in like 1,000 pictures.
Without Jordan though, because I want to be Jordan. Though.
Without Jordan,
I heard he
but
was an asshole.
yeah, I heard he's a fucking asshole too.
I still want to beat him though.
But I think you have every pair of shoes he's ever come out with.
Who, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't collect shoes like I used to. You know, we used to stand out in front of Bayfair Mall at like 7 in the morning waiting for Foot Locker to open.
Ain't no way.
Yes.
Ain't no way.
We'd be the first at the school fresh. Me and my boy Critty Bo, his grandma used to take us to Bayfair Mall. And I swear to God, almost every release we bought the shoes. Yep, and we was there at school with brand new shoes.
I like the Jordan shoes. I'm not a Jordan fan. I respect that the man changed the game by his damn
Yeah.
self. You can't deny it. He is the greatest of all times. Everybody want to talk LeBron and all this other shit. No. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time. And I stand on
go.
that.
You gotta go. I'm not buying your shoes no more, by the way.
Yeah,
But
I'm-
I already had them shoes back then. Like I don't feel the need to buy these shoes anymore.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's not even the same quality. Of
Yeah, it's
it was back in
different.
the
And it's
day.
still all made in Vietnam. Probably if you look under the tag, it says made by my cousin. My cousin probably made it.
We weren't gonna go there, but all right.
Yeah, shout out to my cousin. in
So
Vietnam.
now, what direction are you taking the studio now?
Man, the studio. I like to say that my studio's a hub for like networking, like between just like
Yeah, because you just did a book release for Jay Diggs.
yeah, Jay Diggs. Shout out to my boy Jay Diggs. We just he just released his book autobiography, Soul of a Gangster, and we had a book release party at the studio. And he
Yeah, I
had a
wanted to be
signing.
there, but I was.
Yeah, it was a little hot, because Sac been seeing crazy heat lately, but it was successful though. We had
Okay.
a good turnout, you know what I mean, and it was a good. Yeah, so we're doing book signings, all kinds of stuff. Like I have my studio on Pure Space, Q made the beat. If you guys want to look it up, Pure Space, and people go on there and they actually rent the space to do photo shoots and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm
shit.
renting the space out. They can utilize the entire studio however they like to book. There's like additional stuff that they can add or whatever. But yeah, I have my boys help me out with that.
Okay.
It's like passive income that I can make on the side.
Fill the bag.
Yeah, and I can sprinkle my homies with a little bit of bread too. That's the goal. You got to keep the homies happy for them to want to be around.
But you got to keep the homies that want to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the cats that are entitled
Yeah.
and think they deserve some shit. Like,
Yeah.
stop that.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
motherfuckers, I don't remember nobody sleeping on the couch next to me or on the floor. I don't remember your stomach growling. I don't remember you helping
We ain't share
lights.
no meals at
None
the
of
store.
that shit. We ain't crack no cup of noodles together. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, with some sriracha and you know,
Man.
we ain't broke no nacho bro grandes, man.
Man, stop the violence.
Come on, we ain't, you know,
It
we ain't split
is.
the 99-cent Wendy's menu. Come on.
Man, you already know. But you know, that's another thing that
Yeah.
that this entitlement that's going on these days.
Yeah,
I
man.
I come from the era where you had to hustle every day to get it.
Yeah, you
Like,
had to earn your stripes. You had to really earn your respect.
there was
for
no
what it is.
sleeping in.
There was no cutting
It
corners.
was. I'm waking up automatic,
Yeah.
8 in the morning.
Yeah, every
That's sleeping in.
Yeah, every weekend growing up, we used to have to clean and rake the lawns
Oh
and
my
mow
God.
the lawn and
Clean the garage
clean
out.
the dog shit and stuff.
Do other lawns to
Yeah.
get that money.
Yeah.
Wash cars. The
Sure,
whole
because
lot.
you know back then we had to wait for our homies to finish those kind of chores, so we would actually help them so they could finish up faster,
Right.
so we could play basketball, football,
Right.
and do other things. Go to break dance, you know. So we would break dance for 12 hours a day.
Damn.
Swear to God,
I gotta find. If anybody has any footage
I've been searching.
of Q spinning on the ground,
It's
please send that
it's
to
for
me.
real. It's for real.
Oh, I
You
gotta
see a little
it.
kid with the helmet on, going like this, with his shoes. I
That-
take them off and I hold them out like this, spinning.
That would be classic. to
For a
find.
couple minutes though, not just like one of them little cheap little head spins, you know.
So you was an early Jabberwocky.
I was an early Jabberwock, and I swear, growing up, I always wanted to be sponsored by Adidas for breakdancing.
That makes sense because Adidas was hot at the time.
Yeah,
but then
but-
it was Adidas, then it went to Puma.
Yeah, we was wearing Pumas with fat laces, you know, with the windbreakers.
What?
Yeah.
I had the burgundy
Yes.
with the silver stripe
Yes.
with the matching velvet Pumas with the
Yeah,
fat
I
laces.
swear to God, man, I got my
Couldn't
first.
tell me shit.
My first Adidas outfit, my boy Rolly, he worked at Champs. He came through with the full bust out, all white with the black pinstripes down the
Ooh.
side, with the matching shell toes.
Right now, if you found, because those are hard to find now.
Yes, yes.
You find that right
Champs
now.
changed. Champs and Foot Locker, all of them is boosting now.
Bootsy.
Yeah, you used to be able to go in there and find an authentic jersey on accident for $300. Because, you know, back then the authentic jersey was real
Oh,
big.
yeah.
Now it's Michelin Ness, but back then they had one of them sewn on jerseys, the authentic jersey with the big holes in it.
Right,
Not the
right.
cheap shit that you find at Ross. Because, you know, we all been there. Not the Burlington coat factories, okay?
Stop it.
Come on. Like, I used to live in Daly City, and the coat factory, Burlington coat factory used to be back. I had a studio apartment. People just had bar or drive all the way out there to record in my studio apartment.
Damn.
Like my bed and my PVC pipe made booth with the little foam hanging with the zip ties.
You made it work.
I made it work for sure.
Damn.
I was doing zip ties with the hanging foam back then, and I had the camera in the booth just so I could see with the little screen on the other side.
Damn, Q, you was really doing this shit, man.
I was very ambitious.
Now see, because
I
a
went with
lot
what
of
I had.
cats, because now anybody with a laptop can record.
We had
themselves.
lab tests back then.
No, you did not.
You had to go to library.
You had to go into. You had to go
You had-
there
You
and
had to go to
spend-
library and sign on that little time clocking thing, and then get your time on the sign up for the internet, and then they'll clock you. Old school.
This man is telling real
I'm really
truths.
old. I really have an old soul. I've been through a lot, and you know, I think my age doesn't reflect how old I really feel.
No, it definitely doesn't. Because to have an old soul
Mhm.
is truly. I want to say it's a blessing because you appreciate more.
Yeah, I appreciate it a whole lot for sure. Like, man, I have a big family, and we go through a lot of different things, like, you know, in life,
Okay.
like, you know, bodily injury, house burning down, my house burned down, her house burned down, we were like this place, all kinds of stuff. Like, yeah, for real.
Somebody needs to go ahead and sit Q's ass down
Yeah, I
and
know.
write his story.
I done been in car rollovers, bro.
What?
Yes, I almost died a couple times, bro. I should have died, but I really felt blessed. Like, everything that's happened to this point has always been a prayer or a manifestation. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's why I feel even more blessed, because not only did I survive those accidents multiple times, I'm still here doing what I love to do.
I've been in
And-
2 major accidents,
Mhm.
life flighted one
Mhm.
time. Like you appreciate life.
Yes, for sure.
I just survived cancer.
Surviving unscathed though, like rollovers on the 680 and coming back from San Jose, headed towards Oakland on the 680, and they had the ravine on the side.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
rollover. We ended upside down in the Corolla,
Damn.
and the X Shorty was driving. And she,
Damn.
I don't mean to tell her.
We-
Nah,
we-
we don't have to.
We don't
I don't
need
want
to
to
go
do
there.
that. That's old.
We
stuff.
ain't going there. We live in now.
Yeah.
We
We ain't say
appreciate,
no name. I
but we
wasn't gonna say
going,
no
we
names.
now. Okay, so with you now on this new drive, because you kind of like reached, you had the little princesses.
Yeah.
You know, how
I
did
love
that
it.
affect you?
It affected me like dramatically because I was so used to working and being so solely focused on just building an empire and worried about people outside of me, my significant other, shorty, and whoever she was at the time.
Right.
And just like trying to build really a team, man. I struggled throughout all these years building a team. I've always had the homies around me, different groups of homies, and it just never panned out, man. It's just hard to build a solid team, even with the people that you grew up with.
Oh,
They say
they're the worst.
yeah, they say not to do business with your family, and it's very true. And I've done business with my family, and we done had fallouts. I done been through all kinds of stuff. It's just when you partner up with somebody, you always leave room for somebody to pull the carpet from underneath you. So
Right.
I realized that it was better for me to do my own thing, and I've always been independent and built everything on my own. But I don't want to be selfish. Like I like people to be involved. I'm a people person. I love my homies, and I like them to be able to do what they want to do too.
Right,
Because
right.
we all want to be. I don't want to say music's easy, but we all grew up wanting to be rappers or athletes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's
It's
just where
true.
I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's the absolute truth.
so, just trying to help out the homies sometimes. It could be a good favor gone bad.
God, yes.
You know what I'm
Been there,
saying?
done that, no
So,
one do it again.
So, how people see me now is like a more like more stern version of me now. I'm not the passive kid.
More
that you
like
can-
a control freak. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get called that all the time because I always put everything
It ain't
on
about
my plate.
control. It's just about like respect.
Nobody's going to hustle for what I have
Yeah.
like I'm going to hustle for it.
Yeah, and I ultimately work for respect. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to appreciate what I do. Whatever I'm a part of. I just want people to appreciate it. Not that I care, because I appreciate it.
Right.
I
right.
enjoy what I do. So every time I do something, I find different things to appreciate about it. Whether it's the artist, it's the song, it's the music. There's so many things to appreciate that we all just overlook.
Now-
Sometimes.
Now, with you finding out the balance of work and family,
Yeah.
like, how many projects do you hold for you to do? Like, do you go one project a month or like?
Honestly, look, I don't know. It depends what the bag look like.
Okay,
You know what I'm
let the
saying?
truth
I'm not-
ring out.
I'm not gonna lie, because if the bag is right, I would just devote all my attention to that and spend this whole entire week getting that done. You know what I'm saying?
So
But if
the bag is definitely going to make the difference.
of course, the money's always the motivation. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that it shows that they appreciate your work.
It really
That's the
does.
difference.
It really does.
When you do free stuff, when you get free stuff, sometimes not all free stuff is quality stuff. Sometimes when people the homies give me free weed, it's bunk. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you
Y'all
don't
need
want
to
a
be
free.
paying attention. Stop
You don't
giving-
want a
stop
free
giving the
tattoo.
free bunk
Because
weed.
if the homie started tattooing or he does free tattoos, you a practice run. Like, nah, bro, go pay somebody and get that real, how you
Right.
really want it.
Right.
You get quality. You get you get what you pay for.
You really do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's true.
Now, it's
I'm
crazy.
cheap. I'm cheap.
Oh, I'll squeeze a booger out of Lincoln's nose off of a penny. You tripping?
Yeah, I'm cheap, but,
But
when it's quality stuff,
When
I'll
I
spend my money.
when I need it, and if it's what I want, I don't even care what the price tag
Yes,
says.
exactly like food.
Period.
Run
Like,
it.
if I see something that I want, I'm getting it.
Yeah, run that chicken
Period.
parmesan.
And definitely like food. Like, oh my God, like tomahawks and,
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm
like,
a foodie. I love to
oh,
eat. I love to travel and just eat in every
Man.
city I go to.
man, I just seen some of the pictures you done posted with the food. I'm like, where
Yeah.
the fuck is? Let me go ahead and screenshot that because I know he's in LA right now and I need
Yeah.
to go there.
You know, like when I used to stay in LA with Ron,
Right.
for that time he was in LA. But we used to eat everywhere, and I literally everywhere we went, I took pictures of my food. So I had a whole Food Network page. You know, how you create your own page, like a own what is that? A book?
Now, with you
portfolio?
taking all these pictures and loving food the way you love food,
Yeah, I love
and,
it.
and the way, once
I-
again, shout out to Mom. Mom is
I
chef
love my mom,
ordin.
man.
It
She's
just
an amazing
whoo.
cook. Yeah.
Are you a chef?
Man, I like to eat out. I like to enjoy. I like to enjoy other people's cooking. But
Okay.
I have a few recipes up my sleeve. Like I have the stir fried shrimp and chicken. You know, I can make a crazy chicken parm. I can make a crazy chicken alfredo.
Remember
just
that
certain
next time I slide in
things,
the
fried
studio.
rice, just like typical stuff. Like
Next time I
you know,
slide
I
in
can't
the
make
studio,
nothing
I'm
special.
calling a couple days early.
I'm not really like, a big cook though. I like to eat out for sure. I like to enjoy. I have a crazy palate.
So when is Mom gonna open her restaurant? When
when
we
she
doing
retires,
that?
when she retires, and that's why, as her son, as kids to our parents, it's our job to pay off their house. It's our job to return the favor.
Take care of
all
the family.
all the looking out that they have done for us. It's time to repay that back.
Right.
So that should be the motivation. Even if you can't do it now, that should be the motivation.
It really
that
should.
should be almost like your fuel every day when you get up. You know what I'm saying? Your kids and your parents. You know what I'm saying? That's what it starts with, for real. I really
It's
believe
real.
that, for real.
I
Man.
mean, that's the real.
Yeah.
I take care of my mom fully right now.
Yeah.
And if she called me right now talking about she wanted a piece of chewing gum, I'm on the way.
Yeah, because we going to be there at one point. If you guys choose not to have kids, man, I'm sorry for you guys later on for when you guys get older and you guys are in a care home and they're kicking your ass and leaving you with your shitty diaper on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, think about that. Think about long term, man. A lot of these people be so short term. They just want to be one and done and shit. Like really think long term. Really make smart decisions now. Especially when you get a little older, you can't waste your time.
Okay.
Your time is valuable.
Now back onto the music thing, because I've noticed a trend lately that a lot of artists that we came up with, that kind of
Sizzle.
came out of it, is now like on their way back into the music game. And it's even like a lot of the bad cats that stopped doing music, they're coming back to make their point now.
Yeah, not only to make their point, they got their brand going.
Yeah.
Like for example, the bro Mr. Fab. He's
Fab
always
is-
reading.
Fab
He's
is a
very
beast.
creative. He's an amazing writer. I've been around Fab for like almost 20 years. I used to pull up to Fab. I mean, we was like in the backyard. Fab used to battle they used to have backyard battles.
Yeah, because a lot of cats don't know that Fab was a battle
Freestyle,
rapper.
Yeah, they used to put up
Backpack.
some money, and everybody be up there trying to battle Fab to win that one. And I swear to God, Fab will always win. And Fab was nice. I used to pull up to him when he started popping a little bit. When the whole Diz and the whole Bay Hyphy movement.
See, that's when I got to know him because I was doing a lot of promotional work.
I used to
with him.
pick up Fab all the time. I used to take him to concerts and just tell him that that's gonna be here one day. I swear to God. My brother-in-law at the time, he copped a brand new Navigator with 20-inch rims on it back then.
Ooh.
And tinted windows.
Cool.
He had 22s. Sorry. Yeah. He was beasting. We used to pick Fab up. We used to go to all the concerts. And I swear, Fab was like popping. He was notable. People knew him when we was there. But when I seen them that one Halloween concert, he was performing in front of like 15,000 people. That's when I was so proud of him, because I used to pull up to Fab's house. He used to live in Alameda. I used to pick him up. I used to pull up to his house actually.
Okay.
I pick him up to go to games when I was messing with Ron. So I pick Fab up to go to the Lakers game with the Warriors, watching the Warriors. But I used to pull up to Fab and get record verse knocks for him all day.
Okay.
Fab used to get 15 minutes, 5, 15. whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Adding it up.
Yeah, but I never asked for anything back then because Fab was my brother, but I just never felt like I wanted to dig in somebody else's pie. If it wasn't like served to me, then I wouldn't even ask for it. That's why I learned, man. If you don't speak up, people not gonna know. You gotta speak up. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Oh, definitely.
But you gotta be mindful when you do open your mouth. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be mindful because sometimes that can risk your advantage or your job or the scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a part of gaining trust. You know what I'm saying? Like money is a very sensitive issue. I always tell people, it's very tricky. It depends who you talk that money with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like especially if you're looking for the opportunity.
Right. Well, I found out a lot about you.
Yeah, man.
and I hope you
I got
guys have
so
found
many
out a lot
stories.
about you. We got to bring you back.
Yeah.
We got to run it back. I know you don't like the pressure and everything, but we got to bring you back.
Man, shout out, I'm here for you, brother, man. We go way back, bro. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of time, now home. I'm here more. I used to travel on the road. I used to live out of my trunk.
I remember.
I used to have my suitcase with new clothes in it all the time. And I was on call. I would get the call, yo, we going to Miami. Yo, we going here, we going there. And I would just pack my bag. I would have my inbox with my studio in here. And I would be mobilized. Like, I used to have my studio in the SLS in Beverly Hills
Say less.
for a whole summer.
Gotta get it, bro.
I'm saying, we've
Gotta
been doing
get
the
it.
mobile studios.
Gotta get it.
Yeah, man.
Now we ain't doing mobile studios as much. We got one that we can sit out. Please, if the people want the quality,
Go to a real studio, for real.
the quality that only you can bring, please tell them where they can come in or they can get in contact with you. Just give them the information so they can just get a hold of you, get
Like,
some of that
honestly,
greatness.
you don't really have to come to me. Just go to a real studio and record your shit and send
We
it
ain't
to
talking
me.
about the real studio.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, say do you,
just,
bruh.
Just for your sake. Just don't take shortcuts on your quality of music. You know what I'm saying? What you're trying to do. Go and record it in a real studio with a real engineer, and you can either send it to me or just get it done that way. But I'm just saying, just go to a real studio. You know what I'm saying? Using real equipment. I don't really. I'm competitive, but there's so much money out there for all of us.
Right.
So
right.
it ain't no really like, I'm in competition with them because I'm okay with myself. I know who I am and I'm not insecure with what I do. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, come to me and I'll definitely make you sound better. For real. If you sing especially, go follow me on qmadethebeat@gmail. I mean, that's my email if you want to send me your music. I'll listen to it. But follow me on qmadethebeat on IG, qmadethebeat, everything, really. Just QMADETHEBEAT. QMadeTheBeat. Just like that. I'm easy to get a hold of. You can email me, inbox me, DM me, anyway. I'm very easy to get a hold of, and let's talk this music and book your time, and we'll get right for real. And it's about the music first, and that's what's gonna get you to where you want to be. It's the
Right.
music for sure.
Right. Well, I keep telling you I'm bringing you the best of the best, and tonight I have really, I think I've outdone myself because Q is probably one of the best engineers, producers, studio owners, great friend, great
Man,
brother,
Thank you.
great father.
Likewise.
Like he's great. So if you're in need, contact the man.
Yeah, Q made the B at IG, man, for real. And we're in Sacramento, and the drive is worth it. I got people driving from LA, Reno. They fly in from where's Blueprint from? And where's Doc from? Chester,
Vermont, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, I got people flying for Wendy Day. She's been in my studio. Like just a bunch of people. Like I'll be having so many random people. Like Arsenal, the Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's been at the studio. G Herbo's been in the studio. I didn't even know it was G Herbo at the time. Jada Kid. I mean, yeah, Jada. I know Jada pulled up to my house. He pulled up to my house. And yeah, that was that. But I'm saying Arsenal was in there. I'm saying when I did a session with G Herbo, I didn't know who G Herbo was because he's one of them young rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the video shoot the next day, and he was iced out the next day.
Yeah,
and I was like,
man.
oh, I was cool with that. Bro, I had like 3 million followers. I was like, bro, okay, that's cool. I did a song with him. That was cool. Whatever.
So the star shit don't really like do anything for you now because you didn't seen it all.
Yeah, it don't no more. Like, I mean, that's cool, but it's like where the bag at? Like that's what at the end of the day,
At the
you
end
know,
of the
especially when you
day.
have kids, that's what you worry more about, the bag. I mean, it's not always about the money, but like why are we here?
It's not always about the
But
money,
it is though.
but it's always
Yeah,
about the
people
money.
are moving and driving around every day in traffic for the bag or for the bitch. Hey,
Do
you know what I'm saying?
whatever you
But,
do.
yeah, which one would you prefer,
I'm,
the
I'm,
bag
I'm
or
on the
bitch?
bag.
So yeah, be on your bag, man. I think just be focused, man. And whatever you're doing, man, just stay focused. Don't quit. And even when you feel like you're not making any progress, every day, as long as you're contributing to what you love to do, you're actively pursuing what you do on a daily basis. It's a little brick by brick. You might not see it because, you know, you're here every day. You don't see the hair growing out of your scalp.
Mm.
You don't see that. It
Nope.
just happens to be
Just
long
happens
today.
to be there, yo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you know, you don't
That's
see
real talk.
you really don't see a tree grow. You got to see it in fast forward mode on a camera, you know, on a
Right.
VCR, you know, to
Over a period of years.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that's kind of my story. I feel like an old tree. That it took me a while to get here. I mean, I feel like things are old to me as far as the industry. I've like put in
Right.
a lot of energy and I've helped out a lot of people, connected a lot of dots, and I never asked for mine. I don't know why I didn't do. Certain situations I regret,
Me
but
too.
but you know I just felt like it was the best thing to do for the time because I didn't have no opportunity at the time. So I was just trying to do what my heart was
You're
telling
trying to
me.
pay your dues.
Yeah, pay my dues, and that was part of paying my time. You know what I'm saying? Which was costing me my time. But, you know, eventually will be money, right?
Right.
So you know, I feel like I pay my dues. So it's like I feel like the industry owes me, like the industry and the atmosphere, wherever that is.
That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying? Like the universe owes me, and I feel like, and I see it. I see it. You know, I feel like everything that I ever wished for is coming to fruition. Like, and I see this, so that's why I'm here. You know, as a walking testimony, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible. Like, you know, you guys have heard a lot of crazy stories. I'm nobody big. I'm not a big rapper. Like, you know, like everybody else wants to be a big artist.
I don't want to be no damn
But
rapper.
I like my peace of mind.
Right.
I like being able to. I mean, although people do notice me in public sometimes, and it's a weird energy because I don't know where it's coming from. Because I get weird looks all the time, and they're like, "Hey," they walk up to me and they start doing this finger thing. I'm like, I feel better because it's like, okay, that's a music sign. Like,
Right,
they
right.
want to make some type of connection on that level.
Okay.
But you know, it comes out of the blue all the time. I get people shouting out the crowd, "You!" and just a random shit. And I swear to you, bro, I don't even like it. As cool as it may seem, it's it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like sometimes, you know, I be wearing my watch sometimes, and I don't want people noticing me. Like,
I get it to where cats will walk up to me, Shadow, what's up? I start
Yeah.
looking around like,
yeah, I'm nobody.
how do I know you? And
Yeah.
why are
But
you
it's
yelling?
love, though. Yeah, man, it's love, man. And I'm just saying, man, stay committed into whatever you do, man. Stay committed.
Now, before we get up out of here, I didn't know if it was yours or if you were helping out one of the homies, but it was a clothing line, a 916 clothing line I think you were doing.
I think you're talking about the people of Sacramento. We did a collaboration. Shout out to Zane, man, the people of Sacramento. My boy K connected the dots on that, and we did a collabo for my grand opening.
Okay.
You know.
By the way, I didn't get my hoodie.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
I didn't get my damn hoodie.
You know, I'm still waiting for the stock, like the leftovers, like, cause I was asking, bro, like we only got 3. Me, my bro Trax, and K got 3 sweaters, and after I washed it, was a little tight on me, so I really want to get a large this
Right,
time.
right.
I'm trying to see if there's any leftovers right now.
I
So
got
you
you.
know, Zane, if you watching this interview,
You
if you
better
have
be.
any leftovers, we need those extras, brother.
We need
because
that
you see,
fast.
You know, my boy Shadow need one. You
Yeah,
know, he gonna
and
Suge
I'm
Knight
a
me
little
in here.
swole. I'm a little swollen. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
back. I'm getting the gym. I'm gonna lose it down, but
That-
I'm gonna need at least 3.
Yeah, but that was
3X.
a collabo though. Shout out to the people of Sacramento, and you know they had their store over there. You know, where's the store at, bro? I've been there once.
Over at the Ice Blocks.
The Ice Blocks, you know, in Sacramento,
Okay.
and they have the people of Sacramento store over there. And yeah, it was a collaboration. It's my first actual, like, you know.
It was clean.
Yeah, they put that. That was last minute. You know, I really wanted to do hats, all kinds of stuff.
That shit
but
was clean.
I got merch coming. You know, I'm working on some merch. It's been a little slow. I'm working on my website, and we kind of finalizing it and stuff like that. I'm just taking my time though, you know. I'm just taking my time. That's why I like being my own boss because I can move at my own pace.
Right.
You know, I don't have to, you know, be on somebody else's schedule.
Ownership is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you know, I know you're busy. You got other shit you gotta take care of. But
Yeah,
let me
my
just
kids
go
are
ahead. And, yeah, gotta answer that one. Let me go ahead and say it quick. I appreciate you took time out your day
Yeah.
and time, bro, to come and sit down with me, give me a little bit of your truth,
Yeah.
and just it was good to be around you, man. Like
Thank
your
you, bro.
energy is great, and I
Thank
really
you,
just
bro.
appreciate you.
It's pure love, bro.
Sacramento in the world, if you need your sound right, come see this man because he gonna get you right. Period. Point
Yeah,
blank.
man.
But don't come in with no 50% off coupon because that shit don't work.
It's expensive, and you know
You
what?
get what you pay for.
And you're gonna sound expensive. That's
Yeah,
it. You
there
know
it
what I'm saying?
is.
You're not going. Your song will sound expensive. It's gonna sound more than what you pay for. I guarantee it. Because you know,
Yeah, it's what it is.
the vocal chain is crazy. And what I mean by the vocal chain is like what you wrap in with the microphone into to the outboard stuff, the gear that I have.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like a regular microphone. It's like the microphone that I have is like the one like Dr. Dre and Post Malone uses. And the signal chain is like when you're rapping into like $50,000, $100,000 before it actually is recording to Pro Tools.
If you want your shit right,
that
come
isn't even
see
a stunt.
Q.
I'm just saying the quality matters.
Hey,
And
it's
each-
not stunning. Some cats want that quality and they need to know what it is they're
each
going to
piece
get.
of gear costs $2 plus.
I don't know why we all decided to choose
It's an expensive
hobbies
hobby.
that is expensive as shit. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
sit back and I
job.
look at some of the
It's a
equipment
job,
that I have
for
up in
sure.
here. I'm like, why did I couldn't choose like stamp collection or
Yeah.
bug collection? I had to get the entertainment. I gotta rent clubs, pay bar guarantees,
Yeah.
security. I've been security. I've had to pay for ammunition, vests.
Yeah.
I done had suits tore up.
Yeah.
It's I done chose expensive goddamn hobbies.
Yeah, it's really expensive, man. And sometimes honestly, I can't even lie. I'll be so invested that sometimes I just max out my credit card and pay that motherfucker off. That's it. Cause you know, I look at it like this. I didn't fall for that student loan. So you know, if I'm owing on some equipment, that's my student loan.
There it is.
I'm paying towards my
Justify it.
dream. Yeah, I justify it.
That's
That's
what
how,
it is.
and it's the truth. You know, you gotta use other people's money, not yours.
Man, that is the.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ooh,
what
that is
you
a
got that
Bible
credit?
verse.
What is that credit line you have for it if you ain't gonna use it? Just don't use over 50%. That's when it affects your credit score. Just use like 40.
Still
30.
giving out game.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, if you want to build your credit, you gotta, do your business, file your taxes, and get that 2 year of income, and then that's when you line up these ducks so you can buy a house. You know, what I'm saying, prove your income. Like really do it the right way.
There it is.
For real. And
Well, again,
next,
bro,
on to the next,
yeah,
man.
on to the-
Part 2. We
yeah.
got a lot to talk
Oh, yeah,
about.
we definitely gonna bring you back.
We just had to, give y'all a little spice, you know what I'm saying? To
Indeed.
spice y'all up a little bit.
I thank you for coming out, spending the time, bruh.
Yeah.
This is hype-radio.com. This has been another West Coast Wednesday show with Q Made the Beat. Follow this man. Support this man. Sacramento, you got to. We got the best is here, and we keep bringing you the best, and we keep trying to do all this to support our mud. All we need
Yeah.
is for you to help out just a little bit. And I'm telling you, we will all be on top. I just want to say thank you again, but we're going to let this man get up out of here because he got shit he got to do.
I do. I can't lie.
I'm your man,
hungry.
Shadow. This has been West Coast Wednesdays on hype-radio.com. Make sure you follow us at Hype Radio is Real. If you have real music or you want to get on and do an interview, holla at me. I'm not trying to break the bank, but it costs to turn on these lights and the
Yeah,
internet and
dude.
all this
Support
shit.
your
So,
local owned business,
you know,
man.
just-
Local
just
independent owned business.
be open-minded. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying. But
support, man.
I'm going to go ahead and let this man get up out of here.
Yeah.
And
Follow me, man.
y'all
You made the beat at
take
IG.
care. Make sure you
Love,
follow.
Sacramento.
Love you to death.
Peace.
Y'all
Shout
be
out
safe.
to Hype Radio.